So for our next speaker, he is an experienced speaker and has presented many medical talks at both local and international levels. There are about 50 over symposiums, local conferences, workshops including international meetings that have been shared and organized by our next speaker. Besides that, he is also an experienced speaker on the radio and television and has 15 plus press write-ups and statements in the local meetings. He is the president of Association of Private Hospital Station, and he will be talking about business collaboration opportunities of robotics and IR 4.0 in the healthcare industry. Please welcome our next speaker, Datuk Dr. Kuljit Singh.
Thank you. First and foremost, my apologies that I shift my time a little later, because not just that I heard from her that I've spoken so much in my life, and analysis of me. I don't really count how often I've spoken in front of so many people. Thank you for that. I'm a practicing doctor. I'm not just a speaker. I practice, so that's how I got delayed just now. We are the same patient. I'm the president of the Association of Private Hospitals, and I'm also medical director of my hospital called Prince Court Medical Center. Who does not know Prince Court Medical Center? Who does not know? You don't know? You must know. Right. You know, it's very close to the Singapore Embassy. It's just got 2 blocks away from Singapore Embassy. Anyway, robotics. I'm sure the earlier speaker would have gone through. I would have loved to hear what he would say to you. So some of it might be a repetition, but I'm going to go through what entails robotics in the healthcare. Some of it is already there in other parts of the world, because I have a keen interest in this subject. When I first met him, we clicked very fast. Within 10 minutes, we knew each other where we were coming from. I'm just a doctor, I don't make robots. And I guess this crowd here, they're interested into this technology. And I always feel like our current Prime Minister says that you should have homegrown technology, you shouldn't buy technology from outside. So, robotics in the medical world, number one, why we want robotics? Because it saves time. If the robot is going to consume more time, then we do not want robots in the healthcare industry. That's the bottom line. It doesn't make any sense to have something that's going to consume more time. Now, it lowers cost. Robots will lower cost. But any owner in any industry will get a shock when he sees the cost of a robot and then say, we are not going to do this technology because the cost is enormous. But if you're long-sighted, there is actually a lowering cost of these robots. Many cars are made with robots. You put a car inside, you just need 1 or 2 people waiting at the end of the line, and the car is ready. Because it saves time. The same thing is done by man, it takes a long time. Rolls Royce is made by hand. So that's why it is 2.5 million. It takes 1 year to make one Rolls Royce. Rolex watch takes 1 year to make one watch because it's handmade. But if you do with a robot, then you make a lot. Of course, someone will argue and say maybe the quality would be good for a robot with this handmade. So of course, there's both ways of looking. And we as doctors, we want shorter patient recovery, which I will tell you later how the robot can help our patients to recover fast. So I'll just go through with you as I go along. Now, robotics in the medical world, they are divided into 2 types. One is a clinical robot, the other one is a non-clinical. It doesn't mean that the robot doesn't go to the clinic, this is called non-clinical. But it's separated, it is largely separated. Clinical means it has got direct patient encounter, meaning to say the robot is going to touch the patient. It's going to operate the patient direct. Whereas the non-clinical means indirect. It is nothing to do directly with the patient, but the robot is in the healthcare facility to help the patient, but it doesn't touch the patient. So there are 2 classifications when you look at medical robotics. Now in the clinical aspect, robots can do very complex surgeries. Complex in the sense that our body, our human body is made in such manner by nature. It's a very complex device. Our body is a device which is very complex. Certain area in the body that the surgeon cannot reach that easily that he has to cut through many structures before it reaches to that particular point. So robots can now do those complex surgeries. And you can sterilize techniques. I operate differently, he may operate differently, you may operate differently, but a robot will do it in a standardized manner using artificial intelligence, intelligent artificial intelligence. Yes, automated surgery, today the robot can be taught, he can identify structures and he can operate. Surgeon can wear a key. Not true, huh? Do you want the robot to operate only a surgery or coffee? No, you don't want that, right? But there are robots already in the world that can do that for you. And precise surgery. Human beings cannot be that precise, but the robot can be very precise, provided the robot is taught the right thing to do. Rubbish in, rubbish out. Teach the robot wrong things, then the robot will do it wrongly. But if it's taught very precisely with a lot of machine learning, he can do a fantastic job. And it makes small holes. I'll tell you later why the robot can make small holes. Non-clinical, of course, the robot can help patients, older patients, sick patients. The robot can do cleaning. The robot can be a companion. The robot can be a companion. I don't know how that works, but then they say the robot can be a companion. You know, no one has to talk to you, you can talk to the robot. It works in the pharmacy, a robot can work in the lab, radiology. It can also do administration work for you, that you don't have to rely on manpower. Now, clinically, this Da Vinci is one of the most expensive robots that we have. That you can actually do. It is about 20 years in the world. But of course, today we have gone to a level that is very precise. So many arms. A doctor has got 2 arms. This guy has got 6 arms. So 6 arms can go in and operate the patient. Very precise, very less trauma to the body, minimal scarring, faster recovery time. If I do a surgery in abdomen, I will have to make an incision from here to down. Huge incision in order to reach. But the robot just drills 5 holes. 5 small tiny holes, it pokes, goes into the stomach, and it is like big PlayStation. The surgeon sits here, 3D, he sees where it's going, and fantastic. But believe me, it's not that easy. This guy needs to have some knowledge. So the robot doesn't do it. The surgeon is operating, but the robot is doing the job. Okay, and this can be remote. This guy can sit in New York, and this robot can be in Malaysia. But it's not possible because we don't have 5G. When 5G comes in, then it's really seamless. Today may be difficult because suddenly got signal interruption, the robot will stop. And then you wait for data upload to the other. When 5G comes in, it's going to happen. This is going to happen. Then an experienced surgeon in New York will operate from New York and the patient will be another part of the world. So we have robots for urology, gynecology, ENT, breast, thyroid, abdominal surgery, orthopedic, and the list goes on. Every different specialty is looking how robots can be used. They're expanding the usage of robots. And of course, we have 2 types of clinical robots. Now I'll just tell you what it means, orifice and non-orifice robot. Just a bit technical. The orifice robot is the robot that goes into your lubang in your body. Okay, we can go through the ureter, to the vagina, or to the anal canal, into your abdominal areas to operate. So you must have a lubang for the robot to go through. The other robots are the non-orifices. That means it goes through the abdomen. So again, this classifies the 2 types of robots that we have in the world. Now the non-clinical ones, we are actually basically replacing the human factor. Because in a hospital, we have a lot of people, a lot of patients, then we have a lot of staff, a lot of nurses, a lot of care aides, a lot of staff. But this will replace some of the nursing work. Today when you go to a hospital, some of the delays occurs not because of seeing the doctor is late, because there are a lot of other processes that nurse has to do. She sees you, she takes your blood pressure, she runs to another place, gives another equipment, she comes back, does another thing, and when you look at their steps that they take, the nurses can take up to 15 to 20,000 steps in the whole shift, because they're walking up and down to get different kind of equipment, making phone calls, getting this result. But this part of which the robot can do it for her. You just tell the robot, don't get this for me, you don't get this. She can attend to patients. So you replace some of the nursing work. There are robots who can deliver samples and equipment. Today there is somebody who carries the samples to the lab. All goes onto a chute. which can be unreliable. You just keep the sample visualized, you will go and deliver it to the lab and come back without going for coffee break, does his job and he comes back on time. Okay? Then medications. The robot can do medical, I'll show you later. It can keep medical records, will look for medical records for you, and then of course can do registration. Now you were mentioning about this, whether this is happening. This is already happening. You got robots. This picture is taken in China. Hospitals in China, Korea, and Japan. They already have robots which you can register, get information from the robot, very quick, very precise, exactly tell you which doctor to go and see, reduces manpower, reduces congestion and infection. Because you don't want infection. Too many people in the hospital to get cross-infection. And also the robot can actually usher you. The robot will tell you, you want to see Dr. Kuljit Singh, you're not sure where is it, you don't understand the link, you follow me. You follow the robot. Of course, earlier speaker said the nurse in the clinic will make sure the robot is taking you to the right doctor. The human factor is through there. So this is already happening. This is in China. I went to Korea, they also have this in Korea, whereby the robot actually helps very few people that you see in their waiting area, all managed by robot. Of course, you must see, there's always somebody watching the robot. You don't need 20 people watching the robot, but there's somebody watching the robot to make sure the robot does the medicine. Now in the waiting area, now the patient has the register, got the waiting period, robots are there. There's information kiosk, you can ask questions to the robot. It updates the patient about how many more minutes you need to wait. You see the doctor, or the doctor is stuck with something, so the robot actually comes to you and tells you, he can recognize you and say, sir, can you just wait another 5 minutes? Dr. Kuljit is now presenting in Cyberjaya. Laugh for 5 minutes. And it can also add as an entertainment to patient and kids. So this is already there. Okay, it's not rocket science, it's already in other industries. In doctor's consultation room, robots act as assistants. They are very good assistant, they can do assessment quickly. They have AI that is embedded in the system. They can scan. While scanning, it prompts the doctor what to be prompts. It doesn't tell the doctor what to do, it prompts. Of course, it doesn't replace the doctor. And then at the pharmacy, again, these robots are already here. Princeton Medical Center had a robot 13 years ago. But of course, it became old, we did not update it, now it's back to human. But the robot was already there. What the robot does is, as the doctor types in the prescription, the robot is already picking up the drugs and filling it up into the box. That's how fast it is. Usually the waiting time in the hospital, after seeing the doctor, is waiting for the robot. But then, doctor is 5 minutes. To get to see the doctor is 2 hours. Get the robot another 2 hours, another 2 hours. So 2 hours is why, because you have to rely on human beings. So this pharmacy, they have robots, it is accurate, long term they will cut costs, and you have shortfall of staff, the robots are there to do for you. There is a pharmacy who will verify to make sure the robot has picked up the right drug and dispense it to you. So robots are there at the pharmacy level. When you go to the lab, you know when you get a blood sample, when you get, sometimes some of the blood samples can be dangerous. Somebody with HIV, for example, his blood, it takes a longer time for the technician to handle such samples because you don't want to be infected. But if you have a robot, then you don't have to worry about that. Okay, robot is not going to get HIV. It's precise, safety, quick. Again, if you have shortage of staff, the robot will do it for you. Cut down a lot of cost. Even though the robot may be very expensive to buy, but you calculate long term, it makes a lot of sense. My robot is suppressed now. In Princeton, we have rehabilitation where the robot does the rehabilitation. It's called Robotics. We already have it in Princeton where the robot will do all the physiotherapy. You go to therapy, normally the pen or the lady do it for you. Right here, certain things the robot will do it for you. Now, quickly on the healthcare sector in Malaysia, how robotics will actually help. Now in Malaysia, we have the public sector and then we have the private sector. Okay, this is one of the few countries in the world we still have such solution. I think Singapore and Sydney, Thailand and it. But many countries in the world is all conjoined, it's joined together. In Malaysia, most of the government hospitals are run by the Ministry of Health. and some by the Ministry of Defence, and many others are under the university. They are all university hospitals. Of course, in private, you've got many private hospitals, but these are the main groups which have got healthcare in Malaysia. Public sector, high volume, a lot of patients, okay? Because it is low cost to the patient, so of course high volume, but it's high cost to the government. Government spends billions of ringgit to maintain government hospitals. They are slow and not efficient. Not because they are bad, it's just because the high volume of patients. This is the area where they can make themselves efficient if they get into robotics. Government will get scared when they talk about robotics because they look at the price. But if you guys can come up with robotic technology in large numbers and identify those areas I mentioned to you earlier, then they can manage this high volume and again it can become more efficient. So that's one area that you can look at. I don't have the time to go in details, but this is what we can think about. What about private? Private, we have low volume when you compare to government, but there's a cost to the patient. There's a cost to the patient. So that means if I add on a very expensive robot, then of course I charge my patient. So you can now afford $14.5 million WC, now you need to pay 40,000 for the surgery. Okay, but then it's good surgery. The patient goes back to work the next day, doesn't stay in the hospital for too long, he becomes productive. It's high cost to the owner, whatever they do in the private, it's faster and efficient. So if you come up with robots which are cheaper, just like what you do in the public sector, then private sector becomes even faster and efficient and they make more profit. They make more profit, the profit goes back to the government also out of taxation. So it's a whole cycle where robotic technology actually can help, but everything seems to be expensive when you first look at it. But it has to be looked at a broader perspective and a longer perspective. Definitely robotics in healthcare will actually help. Now, why reasons? Precision medicine, whereby medicine is so precise today that you cannot give a general kind of treatment, everything precise. I'll go to you one by one. Quick, saving cost, reduces manpower, reduces human errors, you can add on artificial intelligence, and easy to expand. In any technology, when you use robotics, it's very easy to expand to the next stage. One by one. Precision medicine. Today we are using virtual reality where doctors can get the scans of the patient into virtual reality and then combine it with a robot and get into the patient to operate. It's not sci-fi movie, it's real. It's already there. But it's all American technology, European technology is expensive. But no big deal, we can do it also. It's not difficult. So we're already using this, using virtual reality, and then we can predict outcomes. When I want to do surgery with you, because I will already know your structures, I already know your disease beforehand in detail, I would have imagined already operating on you, even before I touch you. So I can predict the outcome, I can plan your treatment, and I can avoid complication. Because nowadays, when in the current generation, when I open up the abdomen, for example, sometimes I get a surprise. Good God, the blood vessel is running over the tumor. So you cut the blood vessel, it will bleed to death. So that's a complication. Whereas with this robotic technology and virtual reality, I can avoid complication. So you save cost. Create a complication in the patient, the cost will go up. It's quick. Of course, this is very interesting. A robot is there to help the elderly, but this is just a virtual, but this is something which is already there. It is quick, it shortens time in the hospital. Robots will guide. You can have many robots to guide you. Lesser exposure to infection. Talk to another human being, there's no infection. And of course, you can treat more patients. You know, for robotics in your hospital, patients can be treated quickly. Saving costs. Initially, capex will be high. That's an accepted fact, but you need to sit and calculate this with the stakeholders. This is a capex, but let me calculate for you. In the next 5 years, the next 10 years, how much money you will save. We need to get those financial analysts who can actually sit down, because people don't understand. They don't have something they do not understand. They think that what I'm doing right now is cost effective. It may not be cost effective. So you need to get people in the finance to actually help you how to calculate. And there's a long-term return on investment. We don't see it now, but there is long-term return on investment. More patient and lesser human resource. Of course, they're not too happy. People need jobs. but not necessarily. You still need those people, but maybe not that many. Now, if you look at the cost, this study was done by McKinsey, that over the years you see the robotic prices has come down, but the labor cost has gone up. This is the United States. In Malaysia, Southeast Asia, it may not be that much. Our labor costs don't go that high. What you earned 10 years ago, you're still earning the same. Correct? Correct? No, not correct. Right? But in America, it's not like that. America, another country, they demand on the value, you know. So what you see there, robotic person. Now, if you look at this slide, definitely in the future you'll find that robotics will be actually more useful in that sense. Reduces manpower, and it acts the group in United Kingdom are already looking at the benefits and the cost saving robotic process automation across the healthcare system. It has already been discussed. They are already looking actively how they are going to bring robotics in healthcare. Again, same slide, we have seen that there is definitely value. Does robotic reduce human errors? There are books written on this. Will robots save us from medical errors? The answer is yes, because in this book they have said shorter than most editorials. In this editorial, they wrote medical errors should be considered third leading cause responsible over 2,500 mortalities per year. That means that 2,500 people die out of medical complication in a hospital, which is only after heart disease and cancer. Maybe you can die of heart disease, you can die of cancer. The third death would be complication caused by doctors in the hospital. So they have seen that robotics will definitely save us from this. So robotics will actually reduce human errors. These are studies done in the United States. Books, theses are written on this. So you know there is value in it. Artificial intelligence, yes, robotics is machine learning. You teach the robot one thing, you will do the same thing all over again. But if you incorporate artificial intelligence, then the robot can do all the variability. So you are different, you are different, you are different, you are different. But if I program the robot to only treat you, he only knows this much. But he will know your bones are all different. So there will be like fit scans into the machine, and then the robot will also understand in the general population how it works. It can work accordingly. So artificial intelligence robotics is fantastic. Today we can use it for keeping well, detecting early heart condition, early detection, diagnosis, decision making, treatment, and of care life, research and training. Where robots and artificial intelligence they work together. This is already proven. And of course, PwC has also mentioned that it is no longer science fiction. AI robots are transforming healthcare. This is already proven by PwC in various areas in healthcare. Easy expansion, Cerner has come up with this article that changing the future of healthcare, and the conclusion was the robotic technology is evolving. So what we have today is nothing. When you compare what we had 10 years ago and the next 10 and 20 and 30 years ago, you will find a huge expansion as far as robotic technology is concerned. And one of the biggest expansions that I was told is actually healthcare. Healthcare is actually moving more than any other sector. Other sectors have kind of plateaued. They do not know what to do next because it's already there. I told you, you go and see a car manufacturing has been there. Robotics has been there for the last 10, 15 years, 20 years. Last time I used to drive, I live in Cyberjaya. I used to drive near National and Panasonic. Now both is not there. Panasonic, Motorola, all over, they all town to Vietnam and all that. There used to be a battalion of factory workers during the shift time. You go today, you hardly see anyone. You hardly see anyone. You see a few Bangla workers, maybe they are sweepers. But everything is automated. Everything is automated. They don't need it. That has already been there. So we know in healthcare it will also happen. So what we have in summary in healthcare, now this is what we know, what a robotic doctor. Okay, the robot can sit next to the doctor, but the doctor has to be there. Okay, so this is already there. You got robotic diagnostic, where the robot can help you tell you what the problem is. You have a laboratory robot. Okay, the robot that I mentioned to you just now. And you can have a robotic surgery, which is we have this now where you can do microsurgeries on the heart. And we also have little robots that you can swallow. This is amazing, huh? The robot you can swallow. It's like a pill. It goes into your stomach. It takes all the photographs. what stuff that you have eaten, on the wall of your stomach, any early growth of cancer, and then it comes out on the other end. The good part is they don't reuse it lah. Don't know, they reuse it and say, but that is technology. And the doctor can see real life, different parts of the day, how your gastric lining will change. So we already have that, the small difference that grow. Now we have this, where the robot can actually carry patients or one as a porter, because the bit scary. And then you also have artificial organs, which are minor robots. Artificial heart is a robot. Artificial lungs, artificial kidneys, they are all robots. Small tiny robots that are integrated with the patient. But of course these are all still in research. But the heart has been there for some time. Artificial heart, which is a pouch. It doesn't replace a real heart, but of course that's how it is. Now, what is our worry as doctors, as a healthcare provider? Not that I will lose job. When I lose the job, it doesn't matter. They still stand in front of me and talk. Robots cannot replace doctors. That one is a proven fact. Okay, it's not just that I'm saying it. When the patient will tell me, doctor, can I talk to you first before the robot talks to me? Personal touch. Okay, so the robot can also do personal touch. But it's not the same. Okay? Healthcare is an emotional and private affair. Okay? You cannot go Google, Dr. Google most of the time will scare you. Dr. Google doesn't tell you everything, but it doesn't tell you what you have. So robots will do the same thing. So human interaction is a main part of the therapy. Sometimes you're very worried. You think you got cancer because Google told you blood in the nose means cancer. Nothing else. But when you see the doctor, half of the body is gone. The doctor says, come on, just a small blood vessel there. That's it. You go back happy. Suddenly you see the doctor's face itself, fever also comes down. You don't need a verification. This is usually a doctor's face. For one, the doctor is nice guy. Doctor is nice guy, then the fever probably comes down, the end of it. Wow. But nowadays doctors also are different. And robots are to augment healthcare providers. That means the doctor is there, but these robots, as I mentioned to you, they are there to help. So we need to understand that we need to build something to help healthcare, but definitely we will not be able to replace. Now, just to make a comparison, the final slide, pilots, aircraft pilots, are still needed throughout the flight, even though autopilot technology is about 35 years old. So there's another mini robot they had for 35 years. Now, of course, it's better now with artificial intelligence. The planes virtually fly on their own. Planes can take off and land on their own if you tell them to do so. They don't do it, but the technology is already there. But doctors and nurses are still required. You see, they are having a meal. The plane is flying on its own. They don't hold the aircraft, they don't hold anything. Okay, but pilots can enjoy a meal together. Both the pilots are eating together, but the flight is flying, the plane is flying. So you know they don't eat the same food, you all know that, right? Because the food is contaminated, both will get diarrhea, no problem. Separate food, but they can fly. But their eyes and their ears are on the aircraft panel, even though it is autopilot, but they are watching it. So similarly, in medicine will do the same thing. You may have all your robot technology, you may have your artificial intelligence, but the doctor still has to be there to monitor. So when we compare, this is how we look at robotics in healthcare technology. Thank you. This is the place that I work. Any questions? No question. Yes, sir.
Actually, I'm speaking on behalf of my husband. I think that given a very good framework of how robotics players can come in and reactive, as you are right, they've been busy with manufacturing, the auto industry, but healthcare is an industry that not many people know. So, I don't know, in your experience, the government and the private sector and also the users and the providers, maybe there should be a framework of collaboration, because I know for us to go to a hospital is not easy. It's not a lot of resistance and all that. So what's your advice in terms of they use it to open up their mind as well for exploring new technology. The government has to allow policies or standards or a lot of blockages because it's something that they don't know. So when you don't know, the best solution is don't wait, learn it. Yeah, so that's the mindset. Whereas overseas is not like that. You just want to explore.
To me, it's basically you need to fight for it. Because if you wait for the government to do it, the government will go into an whole pool of discussion, kajian, community, the favorite word politicians give. That means what happened lah. We are looking into it. In Singapore is more aggressive. They will say we should have done it yesterday. But in this part of the world, our part of the world, But what normally works is you fight for it. You don't wait for them. Come up with a product. They say this is the product they're going to do. So then they open their eyes and say, this can do this. It's easier for them to adapt it this way. That means you put a cart before the horse. You try to ask them to do the initiative, it will never work. It will go on and on. Just like electronic medical records. Whenever 10 years ago when they used to talk to government, they had 2-3 hospital electronic medical records and that's it. We couldn't change the whole of hospitals. Today they are changing because every private hospital is revenue. You can't tackle the government sector, you tackle the private sector. The private sector, you show them the value. Of course, you come with $2 billion, billion thing, they don't have the part. You show them the value that I enumerated in certain areas. And you calculate and tell them, okay, I'm going to save you cost. How much is your quarters that you are paying, your salary, your this, your only summer delay. I'm giving you this system, which is only this cost. It may be expensive now, but long term, you don't have to worry on your quarter going to leave, you don't have to worry on it. Then they actually have. Now the problem, why they don't go into this, because it's all foreign technology, it's too expensive. Everything in US dollar, they say, and that kind of server is equal to making this guy, maintaining a robot. So you locally, you can come up with that. They are willing to adapt it, it's not a problem. So the private sector will look at value. The government sector look at the political part of it, policy, this and the good, and you never get anything out of it. And this technology is already there. All what I mentioned to you is not created by me. It's already there. But it's expensive. No one uses it in innovation.
I think I'm very glad because at least the private sector, I think the best solution is to identify a simple problem, show some result, then you build upon that.
And all the problems are implemented. The lab, this, that, even registered. You go to government hospital, you go at 7 in the morning, you put your IC there, and then after 2 hours, you find the file. Then you see the doctor for 5 minutes or 8 minutes, you're lucky 10 minutes, and after 2 hours of the medication. And by then the whole thing is over, you're lucky you go back at 12 o'clock. If normally you go back at 3 o'clock, but just to see a doctor for 10 minutes. Singapore doesn't have 10 minutes. But you know why? Because there's so many processes that manually. Then the guy is looking for his the bought for tea break, you wait for go for half an hour tea break, then the backlog starts. The medication prescription that goes to the pharmacy, they have to do it manually one by one. Then they are human beings, how much can they do? They have to search for the medication, put in the box, separate it into different packets, verify that takes 2 hours. You wait for 2 hours. 300, 400 patients will that is all the robot very fast. Yes, sir.
Sorry, just now you mentioned about prospecting having the robotics application.
Yes.
You are not using it today because it's not maintained.
No, because it was outdated.
Yep.
And then you wanted to get a new one, it's expensive, then you stop it.
Understood. I just want to tap on your thoughts in the sense that what was the key challenges that you were implementing that? Because you have new trucks and all those, we definitely need somebody to coding and all those stuff. So were there any major challenges that?
The robot that we had was very basic. That means you put 20 trays and we have a EMR, you tell Panadol, you will know Panadol is tray number 1. You put package antibiotic number 2. So that's all the robot will do. Over the period of time, it is so easy, the robot will go. But the new robot they have, it is so good, it's all bar coded. The robot can run around the entire pharmacy. There's no issues at all. So as you are prescribing a robot is already walking through the drugs and sending the box inside. There's no human being in the area at all. So the challenges with that because technology was not there 30 years ago.
I just want to add up what you said just now about having the shoebox face robots. I think there's to be a change in mindset in order to sustain the technology. Same as any industry. Today, we cannot just say that, okay, this specialist what I do, and I get somebody else to do robotics. Because they will expect somebody else to take care of it. I think that has to change because robotics come to a point where it's easy to learn and easy to maintain. So in say for example you are doing medical, alright, and you want to start to look at robotics, I think it's about time that you have to create a special department within your own organization to be able to learn and maintain that sort of robotics. So that mindset has to come in because if you don't have that mindset, you will always be busy.
I think
Because robotics today is actually very cheap. It's no longer expensive. Running and maintaining and knowing how you want to expand the technology that you have, that's the expensive part. If you have the mindset that I will always look for somebody else.
Actually, the point is true because in the olden days, robotics is basically you have to depend on the hardware.
Yeah.
Today, the hardware will be the same, but through different programming and software you can actually use.
Actually, that's you don't even need to do that. All right. As long as you know such technology is available and you tap on that sort of technology. Because today, many years ago, before you start to learn what to use robotics, people understand what robotics is. Today, you can start using robots without knowing anything about it. It's just like a tool. But you must have the initiative to say, I want to learn it first. Right? That will actually change a lot of things. But that's the experience that I have actually with a lot of customers. Because every time that I talk to customers, I do robotics, I'll tell them, are you ready to learn about this robot first? Not about robotics, right? Learning how to run a robot first. Yes. If you are ready to learn, then I will guide you to that level. Yes. That's how it's developed, yeah.
My question is about the data capture. What are the data can be captured by those tiny robots that we swallow in the hospital? First question. Second question is about sorry, the doctor is not here, but you can see him now. What you say just now, telling accent. Well, in all countries, aging population, telemedicine, cut costs, reduce hardware, buildings. What's the progress in Malaysia?
Malaysia.
So two questions.
Answer first question. His first question is, what kind of data is swallowed when you swallow this kind of robot to you? It can vary. As we go along, it become more precise. Once upon a time, it just takes photograph, and then it is then looked by the gastroenterologist. The gastroenterologist have to then identify what he's looking at. But now the newer technology with AI, the AI in the computer will then prompt the gastroenterologist, look, this lesion looks not so good. This lesion looks a bit suspicious. Wait, there is a polyp here. So as the journey goes, the thing will actually identify and look at this area. So the technology has evolved. A lot of things that the small little capsule can do. But you ask most of the gastroenterologists, if they detect something, they will still take you in and do a formal scope. Reason being is the formal scope will be there to capture and remove the stuff that they saw. Because this capsule now can only see and tell you, but it cannot do much. It cannot do the job of removing whatever lesion is. We haven't gone to that technology. Of course, one day this little capsule can clean everything and come back. It can also happen like that in the future. But today, no, today is not there yet. Second question is about the
Sorry, on the first question, what data can we capture? Trying to go deeper, such as, okay, now it's in my stomach, on the top part of my stomach, in the middle of my stomach, and then it goes down to my bottom of my stomach. stage by stage, every few minutes, the food I swallow, the robot I swallow, should capture some data such as what kind of acid is there, how much of protein.
Never got to that detail. Never got to that detail. I'm sure technology can be done. If there is a reason to capture, it can be done because everything is there. There are sensors, there are cameras within the thing. They can measure the pH of the various levels. That all can be done because there are other equipment that we put into the stomach with a wire and calculate your pH in your stomach. So it can be done. It's not that. But the question here would be, what are you looking for? If you're looking for so many things, the value of taking the information must make some sense to the doctor. If he was looking at different kind of chemical component in your entire alimentary tract, yes. But it is not difficult to do that. Today what we have is just a camera which captures pictures all the way through. And there's another device that can go inside the stomach with a wire where you can capture the acidity of your stomach, acidity of your esophagus, acidity in the upper part of the esophagus. That we can do. But not using this capsule. There's a static probe that is put into the stomach and the esophagus. So this one just goes and moves. So there is no time to, so different usages. Second question was how the elderly will...
The doctor is not here, he stands for primary care.
Yeah, that is not very well developed yet. The government is talking about Uberization. We need to say if this old patient is in the house, he doesn't have anybody to go and take the patient to the hospital. Are you talking about technology? We haven't reached that status yet. You still have to physically bring the patient to the hospital, which sometimes patients, old patients, uncontrolled hypertension, uncontrolled diabetes, sometimes goes haywire because this logistic issue. We are looking at it where doctors can actually come to the house and treat this patient, but that is very old method of doing it. We haven't reached to that level yet where you can actually send your blood, your urine, your thing from the house and then you won't be, they won't be able to go to that level yet. In Malaysia, no. And we do have other parts of the world, you can ask for your medication and what you were saying about the drone. The drone will pick up the medication and send the medication to your house. But Malaysia don't know whether the drone will come back or not. You take the medication, some to the drone. So yeah, that technology is already there. The drone that actually delivers medication, they have only started delivering the drone to remote areas in Africa, vaccines and things like that. So now India is not an issue. But Singapore got to do so many flats, go and look to each floor and go to the balcony and deliver. It's unique because you don't expect the old guy to move down all the way downstairs. He's probably disabled. So he's come to meet, he just thinking of the drone. It's so good, you know. For Singapore, you steal the drone, you go jail.
You might have other technologies where small cheap robots, stay at home, take lunch, etc. My question to you is, if that technology will be available in Malaysia, how is that? What do you think of the public acceptance and doctors'
I think if the robot can do a good job, I've seen pictures where the robot can look for a blood vessel, scanner to look like a blood vessel. I think it's public sector, it's not about painful and the robot is not very loud. And I think it should not be a problem.
Like our current challenge is acceptance of doctors.
It will take time.
Nurses. We are the first doctors that still working in how do you advise researchers?
It's all time. See, when doctors those days, if you give them a computer to write an express course, you don't want to write because they love their handwriting. They love their handwriting. They do not want to use computer, but they want to use correctly. You don't give them anything. Put them to them. You want to see patient, you use this one. You want to spend money, you use this one. Otherwise, go home and sleep. You can rely on your own choice. Same thing is this one. To be honest, the robot is something like that. Does he have a choice to always because we are using the robots to go into the stomach and abdomen to do certain things of activities on the outside. The acceptability shouldn't be a problem.
What colleagues can sell clinical like installations, high risk. How that sticks.
Some
Serious stuff, get rid of it.
educated, they put their own concerns on Google and it's not a problem. They explain to them, use their Malaysia's patients are a little bit easier to talk to. This one insists, I don't have to take the scope, your mouth, your back, that is quite okay for them. One tablet, they can accept it very fast.
Would you mind that kind of test that
Private hospitals don't do that because the insurances that we take are private hospitals as yet. In the future maybe, but this is done in the university hospitals, government hospitals, maybe in hospitals that can do all that. So we cannot experiment on a patient who's being it's generally not allowed, maybe in the future yes.
So the future for robotics, NP
It's good to do it through the research universities because that's where the accessibility is faster. They are more welcoming to this kind of work provided to pay the money, so they don't have the money. If you come up with a grant, it is easier. But you wait for them to get a grant, it will take a long time. The university grants come from government. The government is using the grants year by year because of lack of cash, lack of cash flow. To some extent, yes, private hospitals will always wait for you to such a because the basic data there is funding. If you can get international funding, it makes sense. Come up with something sustainable in local context. You can always take some foreign products and do the budget is high when the minister talks in the parliament, but then you see over the year whether they got money. That one is very easy. Then you must remember, my friend joked with me in Malay, the last point the minister proposed to say, "Saya mencatatkan." Some things are real, when they take taxation, or there is the explanation of it is only a proposal. So at the end of the moving the whole process, it is lots of things to happen. So when you really see the quantum, you wouldn't know, it's too complex. When you have the money, but actually the complexity, whether the research takes that a lot of money, it's not structured. If you don't look at the budget is for the newspaper, the budget, people family budget, last 50 years ago, they have private sector, my hospital is using robotics for last 2 years. We have applications to 700 patients. Sunday is not the procedure, plastic bodies are all Darwin Singh and United States. This is robotic surgery, as I said, is done because the robot is doing the surgeon is manipulating the hand. Normally, because the field that we see is much better than open up. Open up, everything is very small. Whereas when the robotic surgery that we see the feeding, so everything is enlarged. It's very difficult to make an error. And sometimes the robot will stop. You're going to do it, you will stop by yourself and warn you. There is another doctor who is watching you. So the safety profile is very good. It's very rarely a robot is done in class. Either you think the robot or you think it doesn't happen. We have so go back.
So we have given a few things past 5 years, but it's very difficult to get clinical tests. So it's all lines and so this is what we see. And according to grants, when it comes to healthcare, it's very difficult to get grants for research purposes.
So this is what I see. There's a gap between.
That is, we have to really work hard to
Yes. You notice that's very difficult to penetrate the government is yes.
people who truly don't understand.
Yes. And one of the feedback we got is Malaysia is not ready for this.
But they also not ready. Besides, the government and obviously not ready. You need to test the person. You can see the value they are reading. Government just mentioned that their whole mechanism is like that. I think with the poor level is but in the private sector you set the value they are levying. When you go value very expensive, you're trying to sell something they are not interested because they're going to just increase the capex. And they hope you can otherwise then buy something else. Alright? No other questions? I would like to thank you all. I hope you all I'm not a technical person. I can share with you and just tell you how the robot works. You guys are experts in that. Yes.
Whatever the government think, so basically the robotic manufacturer.
Yeah, right. Something goes wrong. Okay, very good question. Yes, if you use a robot and something goes wrong with the patient, who is liable? The doctor.
Yes.
The doctor is liable, not the company.
Yes.
Because end of the day, it's not the robot. The responsibility when you come and see me as a patient, the trust is between you and me. I can use what? I can use knife, I can use a dietary, I can use robot. That is my decision. Of course, you decide, you agree with my decision. But anything goes wrong, you don't take robot to court, you take me to court.
Yes.
The judge is not going to listen to the story that AI will do that, the robot will do that. The judge will say that one will keep you in the hospital. You answer the question now, but you are ultimately responsible. So the doctor is responsible.
What about remote surgery?
Same thing.
Something,
Yes, same thing. The doctor goes wrong. The doctor.
Yeah, fine, but under US law or the
No, Malaysian law.
Malaysian law?
Patient operated where? Patient operated here, Malaysian law. The surgeon there will go scot-free because he had no communication with it. When he came and saw me, I called my American surgeon to operate. But whatever happens, the agreement is between you and me. And nothing to do with that. If you use 4G, cannot, 3G, cannot, but you need to pay for 5G. But anything happens for 5G, you cannot blame Telecom. You cannot blame Telecom. The doctor still takes the liability. That one is very clear. It's just like using a knife. You buy the knife from the company, operate your knife, break, and gets into the abdomen and injure. You sue me, and I can sue. If I want to sue, I sue the knife company, but I can prove. Is it because of my negligence or your knife was lousy? And normally the company will say, no, you are lousy. Okay, so that one is very clear. So if I want to choose into robotics, I must make sure robotics is safe.
Yes.
I must make sure it is safe because I am responsible, not the company.
How about non-clinical robotics?
Clinical is the hospital. The robot comes and bang into you, you fall down, and you have a fracture, the robot was not programmed, you crash, you begin the hospital is responsible. The robot belongs to the hospital.
Customer servicing,
Yes.
nurse assistant.
The hospital. Even if the nurse punches your face, because she's angry with you, the hospital is responsible. Not even the nurse, because it's been employed by the
That's very clear for
it is
Malaysia.
very clear all over the world. You cannot blame the robot. Like, if you buy a car and your car is malfunctioned, buy a Mercedes is all made by a robot. You cannot go and sue the robotic company that had the robot fixing a record. You can sue the Mercedes because Mercedes is the one who bought the robot. You don't go and with the German company who does the robotic, it has nothing to do with it. Then it's between the Mercedes and the robotic company. Say, stupid robot of yours. So it's like that. That's how law works. Good question. Good question. Even AI also same thing. When you use AI, you can use in healthcare, but the responsibility goes to the robot. So you so you can choose to accept and choose not to accept. You can always look at AI and to pick this one. I don't know.
So generally, doctors in Malaysia was the level of acceptance.
I think the newer ones are accepting because the newer doctors are growing up in this culture and they are willing to learn. The more senior ones may be a bit skeptical because they say like, okay, I got my 2 pair of hands, I got thousands of patients I've operated, now why you doing this stupid cannot blame them. But human doctors, standard doctors, they are in this world. They grew up with buttons. Okay? Everything they know they do. So they are into it. Very easy to them, but you cannot teach old dogs new tricks. No fun intended. So you can see, but having said that, I have got senior doctors in my hospital who are very happy to use newer technology. You teach them, you tell them, they're very happy. In fact, they learn faster because they got the knowledge. They have the knowledge of being diagnosed. So they see the value, but not easy. Sometimes you can say, no, I don't know what this is. Right? No other questions? Okay, with that, thank you very much.